let me present you to CyberTeller. Okay, so we all face that moments when making big decisions feel overwhelming because not because we lack advice, but because sometimes we need more than that. We need the universe on our side, right? So for me, that hit hard when I was about to commit 5,000 Australian dollars to an AI engineering course, right? I found myself second guessing, was this the right timing for me? Would it align with my life in those 10 weeks? Because a lot of things can happen in 10 weeks. So I wanted something more than just a generic advice because I know for sure that investing in AI course will actually put me forefront of the industry. But I want the cosmic clarity. And I know that astrology and horoscope is such a long, contentious topic. And that's because in software and data science or machine learning, we need at least like 95% confidence rate before we trust the models. And if a horoscope kind of tell you you have a 60% chance of career success next month, you want to see like what's the p-value, what's a validation data set. So astrology and horoscope, by contrast, has never been able to hold to that standard, right? So the skeptics tend to dismiss it outright. However, if we think of astrology not as predictive science, but as a narrative driven cognitive framework like personality test or journaling apps, that reframing let us appreciate the potential value like self-reflections or emotional intelligence or emotional alignment without pretending it's empirically provable. So with that context in mind, knowing that many of you will instinctively questions astrologies and horoscope scientific rigor, but let's look at why existing horoscope tools still don't help us find a useful narrative for our life. So when I was waiting whether to invest $5,000 in the AI engineering course, right? I encounter all the same hurdles that many face. So first of all, I have that decision paralysis. I felt stuck because how could I know if the timing was right or would it pay off based on my narrative? And the second one is it's that kind of one size fits all forecast is passive. So a lot of horoscope application would tell me general energy vibes for the week, but it couldn't really answer precise questions like, should I actually spend $5,000 or when should I get a house, for example? And it comes with that generic guidance that kind of give low confidence because standard horoscope can't really tie any advice back to my exact birth charts or any current transit affecting my career house. So I couldn't trust it to guide or use it to guide my big financial commitment. It's also lack of the interactive dialogues, multi-turns clarification, because there's no way to ask the follow-up questions like, hey, what if I start the course later? Like, what if it's in December instead and get like tailored responses? Also, there's no clear action steps because the forecast, like generic forecast might say, oh, you feel motivated, but then I'll be questioning is like, what do I do with this insight then? So these gaps, positions, personalizations, and actionables guidance are exactly what CyberTeller is designed to solve. So, CyberTeller is the next generation astrology and horoscope platforms that fuses your natal chart, real-time transits, and personal context to deliver decision-focused guidance. It's built around these three core pillars: user profile, right? Gather the birth chart, calculate precise coordinates and time zone behind the scenes, and store it so that every insight is personally contextualized. And then we have daily check-in, right? Everybody loves a daily check-in. I mean, who doesn't? So each morning you get like a quick personalized horoscope powered by lightweight GPT for one mini models and pre-computed ephemeris. Um, and you'll get some sort of positive affirmation message and a concrete action step for that day. And we cache that once per day so that it loads instantly. And then the last one is ultra individualized advice. So anytime you have specific questions, should I say yes to that $5,000 course? Our multi AI agent pipeline will use the natal chart, live transits, knowledge store, and any safe context to produce a truly tailored response. So we keep the chat histories and you never have to repeat your birth details and The more you interact, the more align your readings. So who are they, right? The user. So CyberTeller is built for three core groups: modern astrology enthusiasts, people who already read horoscope daily, want something more than just generic sun post advice. They value precise transit insights. Second, life decision seekers between 25 to 45, those age group face big crossroad in life, like whether I should move my job or should I buy this big house or adopt a pet in the next 3 months, for example. They will get the clear recommendations based on their context and anchor in the cosmic timing. And the last one is around the digital wellness seeker, those tech savvy millennials, Gen Z who rely on the apps for meditation, personal coaching. They love how the AI fortune teller fits into their self improvement routines. Okay, so now that we have all the defined seekers and the gaps in the existing landscape, let's quantify this opportunity in a familiar go-to-markets term, right? Total addressable market, about 400 millions. This is everybody using searching for horoscope and astrology monthly. It is quite huge. Potential universe of all this, the available people that are interested. And then serviceable addressable market, about 15 million. So these are weekly active users of horoscope apps, and only 15 millions of them get any transit insights, leaving a big gap that we can fill. Serviceable obtainable 5 millions. This is the initial target: Gen Z millennials seekers in Asia Pacific, right? Willing to pay for premium decision focused astrology. But we're going to start off with the pilot cohort, which is 100,000 of early adopters in the first or 2 years, if we are going to be realistic, because building product is hard, right? And we are going to use them to validate product market fit, to refine our AI pipeline before scaling. Okay, here's a high level view of the how CyberTeller process the chat UI. So you have the UI to front end. The first time user will need to fill in some simple information about themselves, right? And then either they see the daily check-in because they already registered, or they can open chat UI and answer specific questions like, should I invest that $5,000? And then the front end will also validate the inputs as well. The daily check-in, so there's two floors here. There's a daily check-in, which is the back end to the LLMs, right? This is the lightweight models generate the daily check-in message for the users. And then we have another flow where it's an on-demand chat flow back end to the team supervisors that coordinate with all the specialized agents. So we have like birth chart agents, transit agent, knowledge retriever, search agent, date and time, general chat handler. And then each of these agents will return a very specific output to the supervisor. And final response will route back to the back end, to the front end, to users. And obviously you can see like there's different database here. There's a structured database and the vector database. They hold different sort of informations in there. Okay. So the main point here is that the solution is a separation of concern. They have a multi-agent orchestration, user-centric memories, and observability through Langsmith. All right, let's have a look how that looks like. Now, I don't know if anybody wants to come off mute and tell me your full name, birth date, birth time. If not, then I'm just gonna use mine. I don't see anybody.
I'll do it, Gia, and also tell you about 1 minute. So I'm Chris.
Okay,
Birth
Chris.
date is July 18th, 91.
July 19,
1991, yes.
91?
Yes.
Really? Okay, July 19. Okay. And then the birth time.
So that would be 7 p.m.
7. Oh, sorry, birth time 7 p.m.
Yes.
Hey, like mine. Okay, birth city.
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Well, that's so hard to say. Winnipeg?
Winnipeg.
IPEG.
Yes. And that's
Canada.
Canada. Yes.
Actually, that's just enough. All right, create profile. And then it should bring us to that daily check-in, all right, consulting the star. All right, Chris, 6th of 20, today, well, 6th June, in Australia, right? So cosmic star, potent, blah, 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 blah. You can screenshot this or I screenshot this. But I am the architect of my destiny, fearless in forging my path. I feel like you are. Anyways, if you want to ask something a little bit more chat based, what is my birth chart review about me? So this is Chris, right? So it has all of those birth date and time detail. Obviously, it takes a little while because I don't want to pay a lot of money for the model right now. So it does take time to kind of generate going through like all the multi-agent. Okay, there you go. Today is 6th June. There's a key transit that you should know about, Chris. And this is your astrological guidance about all of these different things, different timings, what's a summary, next steps, coaching question for you to consider, or you can ask maybe a more specific questions around like, should I buy a house next month? But it will take a while, and I know that I'm running out of time. But anyways, you can consult me later if you want to know more in details. Okay. All right. So with that, I want you to know that the universe is on your side. Thank you.